Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today's game features a team that can get it done on the ground. The Redskins lead the league in rushing TDs, and they'll go up against the Cowboys, who will need to be stout up front.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins.
Here we go. Wide eight. Here we go. Kill.
Even. 4 down.
Here we go.
Even.
Wide eight.
Prescott now, option right, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Lay down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Here we go. Wide eight. Here we go. Kill. Then we'll go to 53.
Back.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right.
Kill. Here we go.
A first down carry by Elliott. Room to run past midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. They'll try to throw now. Prescott.
Hey. 4 down.
Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
He completes it to Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
Come on, run! Bring him in! Easy work.
So the offense has it, 6-yard line, 1st and goal.
Here we go.
59 Mike. 59 Mike.
Gun,
Check,
gun,
check.
gun,
59.
gun, gun. What do you think?
So we got
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
And that's why the fullback position was created. You just want a big, strong, powerful guy you can hand the ball to and pick up good yardage.
They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Isaiah Crowell with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right.
Hurry up, here we go.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
SOS, SOS, SOS. Hurry up, here we go.
And now here's a carry heading left. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves. Now, that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. And it's good to make it 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And again this time to the tailback. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
All right, here we go.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They go play action here on first down. Throws right side, and that's complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Back-to-back one-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a third down and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right.
There we go. Count.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground at the 24-yard line.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
Three-time heavyweight state champ in South Carolina. And this will be caught at the 30. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 46 yards.
Watch tight end.
Four down. Here we go. Going to 54.
Watch out.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you can see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here we go.
58 the mic. 58 the mic. Here we go.
Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. 180. Here we go. 180.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jeff Swaim, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play.
Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Flush to his right. Looking left side, and it's complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Hey, we got tight left, tight left. 3 down, 3 down.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here we go. Wide in.
Watch the
Wide in.
On 2nd down, Elliott able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Here's Prescott. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Ohio! Here we go!
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Going to 53.
Guys, check me
Here we
out,
go.
check me out.
Wide
We got
in.
3 down, but we got to stand up over there.
Here's Elliott. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So they take it all the way to the 1-yard line, but in the end, they opt for 3.
I know if this was a video game, they never would have gone for the field goal because, Brandon, who kicks field goals in video games? But you've got to make sure you get points, and that was as easy a 3 as you can get.
You kick field goals in video games. That's who kicks field goals in video games.
Watch tight. Tight ends right.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Gun. Over.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And now running right through it. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here come the Cowboys. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He'll put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
bashed it.
that. Super toe.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Prescott now. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Green, 39!
They're going to look to throw.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. It's their quarterback as the first half is winding down. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
On third down, Elliott. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
Let's see if that script is a good one for them. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Here we go now. Detroit! Detroit!
Mike.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56 now. Greg 99 Philly. No.
Sponge.
And he motions the wide receiver. back to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Kill. Gun. There you go.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Prescott now on second down. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jeff Swaim with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And now here's a carry heading left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Strong right.
Now let's go.
They'll set up a throw. Out to the left here to Reed. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of Central Casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
The speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 18. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Tight end right.
Gun. Hey, we're going to 54. Go to 54. Go to 54.
Kill.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Why? Kill. What do you think?
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Going to 54. Why?
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Detroit! Here we go now! 3-19! Back 99 Philly! Here we go!
Bang, 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 bang.
All right, here we go. Over!
Deuce.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
4 down. Check.
In motion goes the tight end.
Gun! Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Get off the field.
Back to throw.
Check 99.
And this is going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
All right, here we go.
55,
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Eat.
Watch it now, Barney.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot.
Check 3.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got Evans. They'll get 19 yards there. And it'll be first down, Washington. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
No. Check. Patriot.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there? And
Yes.
maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5
Watch it
yards.
now, Barney. All right, here we go. Over. Yeah. Back 99. He's coming. We got double up.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Crash.
And he's got his man on the out route.
Motion.
And he'll be out of bounds. That one goes for 36 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Now let's go!
And they give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's into the clear. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there with what they'll score a 106-yard return. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he loses the football a second time. And the Cowboys have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth
you'd
quarter.
say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Strong right, strong right.
Now let's go. Gun.
Get that quarterback.
Watch it now, Barney. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. They'll drop the throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
3-19.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Hey, he's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey,
Leopard. Over.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, here we go. All right, now look at it.
back. Play it.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Now let's go!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Looking to throw. And a catch right side by Evans. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's like,
and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Sean Lee, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. So the D-line's going to spread out.
No, check, Patriot.
And the slot man goes in motion left. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 16. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle to Evans. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And they're definitely showing blitz here.
53, Mike 53. Let's go, D, let's go.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
Back to throw now on 1st down. And this is caught at the 20. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them.
And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time.